You're listening to Communities Live on Sheffield Live Radio 93.2 FM with me, Susie Casson, and my able assistant.
Oh, the T-Boy and Harry Welburn.
And we're joined in the studio by Maria Devine and Amala Anyika from ASSIST Sheffield. Welcome both.
Hello.
Thanks for coming in. And I don't know a lot about ASSIST Sheffield, so looking forward to learning more. Can you say first, Amala, how ASSIST Sheffield came into being?
Okay. Well, ASSIST was set up by some volunteers in 2003, and they were worried about how destitute asylum seekers, so asylum seekers who had been refused asylum, were being dealt with. So originally it was short-term assistance because they thought that maybe a government body or someone else would be able to step in, but obviously it's turned into a more long-term thing, and now we've got a variety of teams working with asylum seekers and clients on lots of different objects.
Fantastic. And what are the main aims of ASSIST Sheffield?
So the main aims are to support destitute asylum seekers, but also to move their cases forward, so to help them help them be able to get legal advice to reapply for asylum if they appeal it, to help them in the interim with accommodation, and also with kind of welfare payments because they won't receive any support or funding, and also to help with their with their well-being as much as anything, because it can be quite isolating being an asylum seeker.
Yeah, wow, so it's like a helping hand when people really need sort of help in every way, don't
Definitely,
they? Yeah, fantastic. So, Maria, hello.
Hi.
You are a volunteer with ASSIST Sheffield.
Yes, I volunteer on the help desk at the Dropin on Wednesday afternoons, and also I volunteer with the accommodation team. As Amala said, we offer some level of accommodation. We have a night shelter, and we have hosts who volunteer a spare room for asylum seekers.
So how did you first get involved and why?
When I retired from work, I wanted to do something useful, I suppose, and I had heard of ASSIST, so I went along to one of the drop-ins and found out that there was an awful lot of opportunity at ASSIST to volunteer. There are many different roles, so I eventually applied and have gotten more involved over the last 2 years. It's I found it fascinating work, meet lots of interesting people, and very rewarding.
Fantastic. And there's a drop-in session coming up soon, isn't there? Is it Tuesday? We'll talk about that in a minute. And so, Amala, can I ask you, can you briefly describe what an asylum seeker is?
An asylum seeker is someone who is wishing to claim asylum in the UK, and they're usually from persecuted groups in their home country or groups that are under threat. Also, people from places of conflict as well, so they're looking for basically a safe place to be.
Yeah, lovely. And you deal with particularly asylum seekers who are facing destitution.
Yeah.
Why is that a particular problem?
Basically, as soon as a asylum application is refused, you can appeal it and then receive more funding. But if not, then you may be thrown out of the accommodation that you're in. And people do, when they're in the accommodation under Section 95, I think, do receive weekly payments of £30 to exist on. But then when that's withdrawn, they basically have nothing. And so you're given the option to maybe return to your home country, but sometimes that's not possible, and they can just be left in limbo basically, and you're not allowed to work either. So
and you've got all the stress of sorting everything out,
yeah.
You're at least able to do it. Really valuable work, isn't it? So, Maria, you're a volunteer. If someone's thinking about volunteering, what would you advise them?
I would advise them to come to the drop-in, obviously, which Amala will give you more details about in a minute. We have a website which has all sorts of information about ASSIST. So access the website. If you Google ASSIST Sheffield, you will find it. And the drop-in will fill you in on anything else. Yeah, so we have regular drop-ins.
And I imagine it's a really rewarding area to volunteer in.
It is, because these people would otherwise be destitute. It's heartbreaking. Our government has a policy of hostility towards asylum seekers. It is. It makes me feel ashamed, our government policy, which is why I feel passionately that we have to do something to help these people, because it's they have no recourse to public funding. They are not allowed to work. So how else are they going to shelter from the cold and eat food and exist?
Yeah, but it's a real eye-opener.
It's very. I've heard some horrific stories. Sometimes it's quite heartrending.
Wow. And so, Amala, can I ask you about the volunteer drop-in session on Tuesday?
Yep, so we've got one at our offices at the Victoria Hall Methodist Church, which is just on Chapel Walk, and we're on the first floor. And that one is at 12 till 2 p.m. on Tuesday the 25th. And basically at that session, I'll be there, and other members of staff as well. And you can ask questions about the different roles that we have on offer, about the organisation. We can explain a bit about the asylum process as well, because before I started at ASSIST, I didn't really know that much about it, and it's quite enlightening as well. And yeah, so any questions you might have, how to apply as well. But if you're not able to make a drop-in, there's one also in November, the 15th of November at 4 to 6, or the 8th of December at 4 to 6 as well. But if you can't make that, then feel free to call us or email us, and we can meet with you individually or contact us through our website.
Fantastic. And can I ask, if someone's thinking about volunteering, are there any kind of skills that you're particularly looking for?
I think there's quite a wide range of roles, and they're available at different times during the week and also for a different number of hours. I think mostly it will be important to be committed and reliable, but also we have a lot of people that, like Maria, are very passionate about helping people and about providing support. So we have lots of people that have worked in the support services or kind of worked in client-facing roles, but also people that are just friendly and able to commit to helping on a regular basis.
Lovely. And is it volunteers of any age?
Any age. I think over 18 though, but other than that, any age.
Yeah. And what kind of time commitment would it involve?
Okay. So it's different kind of per team and per role. So Maria works on the help desk, which is on Wednesday afternoons, and that's for 4 hours, about 4 hours. But we don't currently need help desk volunteers at the moment. But there are advocacy roles that are similar to the help desk role, so that's providing advice. And at the moment, that's every 2 weeks on a Friday for 4 hours. So most people in their roles volunteer 2 or 4 hours a week. But then we have the night shelter, which is overnight, but 2 sessions a month. So it just depends on which role that you're applying for.
Yeah, fantastic. So Maria, can I ask you, what is a typical volunteer session like for you?
Well, we usually meet at 1 o'clock on a Wednesday and have a pre-brief session. So we just discuss what we might be facing this afternoon. And then we go down to the drop-in at Victoria Hall, which is a place where there are other agencies. There's usually the Red Cross are there, City of Sanctuary have a desk, and Shelter have a desk. There's often a solicitor on hand. Citizens Advice are there. So for the refugees and asylum seekers, it's like a one-stop shop to get help and advice that they might need.
Yeah.
So we sit down there at the ASSIST desk and we don't know what to expect. So it's, we might come across people who are wanting referral to a food bank, or we might come across somebody who has been given a letter saying they need to vacate their accommodation by a certain date, which could have been that same day, and they have nowhere to sleep that night. So we then have to kick into action and help them find appropriate help and
Wow. So that's Victoria Hall. It's on Chapel Walk.
On Chapel
near the,
Walk, yeah.
Crucible Theatre, isn't it?
It is.
Opposite,
It's just opposite the Crucible.
Yeah,
Yes.
lovely.
Yeah.
So I was looking at Sheffield was the UK's first city of sanctuary. Maria, can I ask you first? Do you think we're living up to that reputation?
Sheffield does have a good reputation. Some asylum seekers seek out Sheffield because a friend has told them that you can get help in Sheffield. So Sheffield there are many cities of sanctuary now, thank goodness. A lot of our big cities have similar organisations to assist. So Sheffield is a particularly friendly place for asylum seekers, but that doesn't mean it's easy for them.
Yeah, someone mentioned to me that we're kind of worldwide known as a place of welcome.
Yes,
to be proud of.
yes, I think it is something to be proud of. I came to Sheffield from the northeast of England and stayed because it is such a friendly place.
Yeah, lovely. And Amala, can I ask you the same question? Do you think we're living up to our reputation as the first city of sanctuary?
I think so, just because through volunteer recruitment there are so many people who are from Sheffield or living in Sheffield or studying in Sheffield that are really passionate about helping other people. I don't know if that's because those people are drawn to Sheffield or just because there are lots of ways in Sheffield to help other people, so they're quite publicised and quite revered within Sheffield, I think, our ability to help people that are in need. I think.
Great, so it sounds really brilliant work that ASSIST Sheffield are doing. Can we just run through the details again of the drop-in
Yeah, of course,
session?
Yeah. So the next drop-in session that we have is on Tuesday the 25th of October, so next week at 12 till 2. And that's at our offices at the Victoria Hall Methodist Church. So that's on Chapel Walk, and we're on the first floor. I think the drop-in session will be at room 43. So within the 2 hours, there are two separate sessions. So one will start at 12 and one will start at 1. And we'll just go through information about ASSIST, the different roles available, and also how to apply for any of the roles that we have.
That's lovely. Oh, well, thanks very much for coming in, Maria and Amala.
Okay.
Thank you. From ASSIST Sheffield. Really valuable work. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Great. So, Harry.
Oh, right, sorry. Well, I wouldn't say that. It's been a privilege listening to that. I volunteer at a food bank twice a week, and so we meet people who come through from ASSIST, because food banks get referrals, and absolutely with everything you have said. I think it's just amazing the work that you lot do. It's a real shame that food banks and ASSIST are needed.
Yeah.
I mean, there are 18 food banks in Sheffield. It's an incredibly high number, and there are obviously an awful lot of people who come in through ASSIST, because we only usually see people from ASSIST 2 or 3 times, and then they're obviously getting they're finding their support systems. But you are absolutely crucial to that happening. So it's tremendous that is going on.
So yeah, our phone number, if you need any further information, is Sheffield, so 0114 2754 960. And if you've got any questions about volunteering or our drop-ins or the different roles available, then you can email us at volunteer@assistsheffield.org.uk. Or if you want to find anything else more about us, you can visit our website, which is assistsheffield.org.